guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Divya Biano. I work as a software developer in Glance. I have been associated with Newton School from the past few months as a mentor. Newton School is a platform which prepares you for a career in tech. It has courses designed for students, working professionals, and also with women with no tech background. Newton School first trains you for a full 6 months and helps you in becoming amazing full stack developers. It has a network of more than 300 companies. So once the training is complete, Newton School also ensures that you get placed in some of the best companies in the country. And the best part about this program is that this is a pay after placement program, which means that you don't have to pay Newton School until and unless you get placed in a company with a minimum of 5 lakh C2C. Launchpad is another such initiative taken by Newton School. It is for people who want to learn coding from scratch and also learn the basics of different programming languages for absolutely free of cost. This video is also available in the Launchpad section of Newton School, where you can practice different assignments and quizzes related to the course. Please do check out the Launchpad section. I will share the link with you in the description. In today's video, we are going to discuss the problem level order traversal in spiral form. So the question says, given a binary tree, print the level order traversal in spiral form. So first we'll understand what is a level order traversal in a tree. So basically a tree has various nodes, and all the nodes are either originate through their parent or basically is the root node. So if suppose the root node has level 0 and then the children that come from that particular root node are of level 1, and then the respective children that come through those nodes are from level 2, and so on. Each and every node is a part of a level. So level order traversal based on the given example that we see here, it will be 10 because it is of level 0, then 20, 30, and then 40, 50, 60, 70. So level order traversal also goes from left to right. So this is basically what a generic level order traversal is. But here the question demands that we need to print the level order in spiral form. So it has told that first we need to go from right to left, that is the first level. So basically first level has only one node, so it will be 10. Then you need to go left to right, so it will be 20, 30, and then you need to go right to left, so it will be 70, 60, 50 and 40. Okay, so this is what the question demands from us. So now let's see what the input will be given to us. So in this particular case, input will be given to us as a root node, and our output will be an array list containing elements in the spiral order. Okay, so immediately after looking into this, the first approach that comes to my mind is, if we see the problem, so basically in case of 10, 20, 30 are coming. Now when we see, say suppose 40, 50, 60, 70, and we go a little further and we have 80, 90, and say suppose 100 and 110 here. Okay, so now if you see that for 10 we went from right to left, and then for the second level we had to go from left to right, so we went through 20 to 30. Now when you will see the element that was traversed the first, that was 20, its child in the next iteration will come actually in the end, and the element that came in the last 30, its child will come at the first. Like you see 10, 20, 30, so 20 came before 30, but when we go to the next level, 30's child will actually come first. So 70, 60 will come first in the order, and then 50, 40 are going to come. Similarly, when we see this, so 70 came first, right, and 40 came the last, but when we'll come to now this particular next level, we'll see 80, 90 will come first, and then 100, 110 will come for last. So basically what I see is that the last element to basically get printed will be the first element to get popped, right? So it is kind of like the stack sort of a property. So what we can do here is we take two stacks, S1 and S2. So suppose if we know that this particular stack follows R to L policy and this particular stack follows L to R policy. Okay, so there are basically in a spiral form, few levels go from left to right and few levels go from R to L. Okay, so we can know that for the elements that are in the R to L, its children will be in the L to R wala category. So when we go through the stack philosophy, we know that the first to go in will be the last to come out and the last to go in will be the first to come out. So basically if we want from left to right, so we need to first insert the right element and then we need to insert the left element, and so the left element will come out first. Okay, so now and similarly vice versa. So now let's see in the given example, see suppose we have 10 here which follows the R to L policy. Now when we go out and we pop 10, now we need to insert its child element in the S2 wala array. So we will insert 30 first, the right element, and then 20. Why? Because we want it to be follow L to R policy. So we will always push the L wala element, like the left child, after we have inserted the right, so that it comes first. Now our S1 is empty, so now we'll go to S2. We'll first pop 20. And now we know the child have to get inserted into R to L wala category. So that means the right element needs to be printed first. So for printing it first, that means it needs to be inserted at the end. So we are going to insert the left element first. That is 40 is going to get inserted first, then 50 is going to insert it. Similarly, we'll pop 30 here and we are going to insert 60 here and then 70 here. So till now our if suppose we are adding all the elements that are getting popped in an array list, our array list has 10, 20, 30. Now we are going to pop 70. Okay, and we are going to, since it is going into the L to R, its children are going into the second stack. So we are going to first insert 110, then we are going to insert 100. Why? Because we are going into the L to R model, so our left child needs to be printed first, so it needs to be inserted at the end because we are following stack policy. So here in the array list we have 70, then we pop 60. So now we know 60 has no child, so it will directly get added into the array list and no element will be added in S2. Similar with 50, it will get popped, it will add it because it has no child. Now when we come to 40, so 40 will first get added into the array list, and 40's childs, since it has two childs and we are going into the L to R, so first we'll insert 90, then we'll insert 80. Okay, and now our S1 array is empty. Now we are going to the S2 array, so first 80 will get popped, we are going to put 80 has no child, then 90 gets popped. So if there is no child, we are not going to insert into the second array. Then we pop 100, and similarly we pop 110. So 10, 20, 30, 70, 10, basically 20, 30, 70, 60, 50, 40, and 80, 90, 100, and 110. So this is our level order traversal in spiral form. So now let's write the pseudocode for this. Okay, so let's take two stacks. Okay, S1 and S2. So first we'll check if our root is null or not. If our root is null, that means there are there's no tree to traverse, so we will just return plain array list. Okay, suppose our array list is answer, so we'll just return answer here itself empty. If not, then we are going to insert into our stack the root, and we are going to check while both the stacks are not empty. If stack 1 is not empty or stack 2 is not empty, okay, we are going to keep on going into this while loop. So then we'll check if while S1 is not empty. Okay, so if while S1 is not empty, what are we going to do? We are going to take a root, say suppose tree node. We are going to get the pop element. First we are going to add it in our array list, the value of the node, and then we are going to check if node has, since this S1, now remember S1 is for R to L and S2 is for L to R, so now we have to add in S2, right? So L to R, so first we'll check the right element, because we need to the elements that are in S2, left has to take precedence over right, so left will get popped first, so we need to insert right first. so that left gets inserted afterwards, so it gets popped first. If node dot right is not null, so we are going to add it in S2. Similarly, we are going to check if node dot left is not equals to null. We are going to add it in S2. Now similarly, we also have to check if our S2 is not empty. Okay. In that particular case, what we need to do is, again same thing, we will get the elements from S2 till the time all the elements have not been popped, and then we are going to add that in our answer. And since now S2 is L2R and its children will go in S1, which is R to L, so we need to first add the left elements. So we're going to check if node dot left is not null. We are going to add node dot left. Similarly, if node dot right is not null, we have to add node dot right. And so this while loop is completed, and then the top while loop will also be completed, and at the end, once both the arrays are both the stacks are empty, we are going to return the answer. So this is the pseudocode basically. Now let's start coding. So first we are going to create two stacks. S1 and S2. Then we are also going to create an array list which will basically contain our answers, which is basically the label order traversal in spiral form. Then we are going to check if our root is equals to null. That means we don't even have a tree to traverse, so we are just going to return empty answer. If it is not, so we are going to start with pushing our root in S1. That is our first level basically. Then we are going to check if our S1 is not empty, or if S2 is not empty. Okay, then we are going to check if S1 is not empty. We are going to get the pop, basically pop the last node. We are going to add the value of this node in our answer. And then since S1 is basically R to L and S2 is L to R, so for L to R, L left child has to be inserted last. So we are going to first check if our node dot right is not null, then we will insert that in S2. If our node dot left is not null, then we are going to add a node dot left in S2. And that is it. Similarly, we are going to check if our S2 is not empty. In that scenario also, we are going to first pop the element, add that in our answer. Basically, the children of S2 will go into the R2L wala model. Okay, so we need to first check if left child is not empty. So we are going to push that. Similarly, we are going to check if right child is not null. We are going to push the right child. and at the end of these loops we are just going to return our answer. So this is the code for level order traversal and spiral form. I've created a tree node based on our example, which is basically 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So now let's see what our output is going to be. So as we expected, it is 10, then 20, 30, then 70, 60, 50, 40. So I hope you liked the explanation of this particular problem. Do give this a try on the Newton Schools Launchpad, and do let us know if you have any doubts in the comment section. Thank you.